YouTube family, what is up? So in this video, I am going to talk about something that is a little bit different, but the title that you see is definitely it's not one of those titles where I just trying to capture your attention, but it is something that is very, very possible. So I have a secret I want to share with you. All right. And I think this is the probably once in a lifetime opportunity. And I truly believe that the early birds will get the worm and will eat really, really well from this. So, and I think this video is probably going to be very short, sweet, and straight to the point. Probably going to be like 15 minutes or less. And this is not real estate related, okay? But let me ask you this question: if I were to tell you that I'm currently holding a crypto wallet, a meme coin wallet that can potentially get to $10 million, real cash, and that I'm willing to share that profit with you, who here would be interested? Now, this is not something just to like, I'm just saying it. This is for real. Okay. Who would be interested in that? If you are, I would love to invite you into my Discord or into my or follow me on Twitter. But I'll leave the link in the description. So we have built a community of over 900 of us on Discord. And this is for real, guys. This is like, I'm not joking. So we end up taking over this coin called Whale. All right. We end up taking over this coin. I was involved in a pump and dump. And what happened is I became one of the top holder. I went in there and I said, you know what? The developer's out. So basically we did a community took over. I went in there and I became the top holder, which I bought the most amount of coin. Right. And then I lock up the wallet. So I lock up my wallet with 145 million well coin, 145 million well coin. I lock it up until January 1st of 2026. So when I say meme coin, a lot of people think, oh, it's a scam, this and that. But I'm going to do something that no project has ever done before in the meme coin world history. And that is, I'm willing to share that profit with you. And here is how you can get a piece of the pie. And like I said, this video is probably just going to be short, sweet, straight to the point. First come, first serve. So, so what I plan, so my game plan is here is how it works. So I created so at all-time high, which is I think at 2 million, 2.3 or $2.6 million market cap, that wallet was worth over $500,000, $500,000, like liquid cash. Okay. So I believe that there is a potential for us to get to $10 million market cap, $20 million market cap. Dude, it could be the next Dogecoin and flip Dogecoin if the community gets together and actually can make this happen. So I do believe that we can get to the 10 million, the $20 million market cap, the $100 million market cap. Now imagine if we get to, let's just say 100 million market cap. How big do you think that wallet would be with 145 million of this well coin? Now we as a community, let me give you guys a little backstory. We took this coin from 20K market cap to all-time high of 2.6 million market cap just within a few days. We're only 26 days in. We have a long way to go. Okay. So once again, if you guys really want to find out more about it, and you get to decide, it's not like you have to buy into anything. You get to decide, come into my Discord. We got 900 people on there that can tell you all about it and answer any question you got as well. So once again, I'll leave the link in the descriptions. You can hit me up on Twitter and Discord. Those are the two best places because I don't think I don't want to take over my YouTube because my YouTube is for real estate. So I don't want to take it over and cram you guys with, crypto and meme coins and all that when that's not my expertise. So here's what I'm doing. So we created what's called the Elite Well Club. Okay. The Elite Well Club holders, which mean as long as you hold X amount of the coin, you get to jump into the profit share pool. Okay. So we call them the Elite Well Holder Club. Currently right now, we got about 9 people already. And I made this announcement yesterday on my Twitter and on and in my Discord. So as long as you're able to hold 5 million WellCoin, and it's not like you have to buy it all in today. It's not like you have to buy it all in next week. This could be accumulate over time. But once you hit that 5 million WellCoin, you get to jump in to the profit share. And the profit share is, I'm thinking the minimum will have to be 10%. But I would love to discuss. And honestly, I'm truly happy to share the profit with you guys. I don't want to be greedy, because there's plenty of money for all of us. And I do believe that this is a lifetime, this is one in a lifetime opportunity. So you can accumulate through the next couple months, because my wallet will expire January 1st, 2026. As long as you're able to get 5 million WellCoin accumulated, and then we bring you into the private, right? We bring you into the private Discord club. And that's where, right, you will stay. And then my whole thing is, the more you hold, the bigger the profit share you get. So let's just say that someone holds 5 million and you hold 10 million. It only makes sense that you get more than the person that holds 5. And I also think that the amount of time that you hold should also dictate how big of a profit share you will get. So let's just say that you held it between 1 to 3 months. You should get, a certain amount. And for those who hold, between 3 to 6 months, you get a little bit more. And for those who hold between 6 to 12 months, you get a little bit more. But my whole thing is, I love to share this profit with you. And I mean it. Like, I'm super happy to share with you, because I think that anyone that becomes an elite well holders deserve a piece of the pie. Now, I want you guys to think, what if that wallet, let's just say that wallet hits $10 million. And this is something I'm willing to sit down and discuss with all the elite holder when it gets closer to that time. So if we just do 10%, 10% divided by 10%, okay, 10 million times 10%. That's $1 million. That's $1 million. And let's just say that there's, divided by, let's just say that there's 20 of us in there. Each of us will get $50,000, 50 G's, on top of whatever you're currently holding in your own wallet. So the reason, like I said, it could be 20%, it could be 30%, it could be 40%, but max is 50%, because I like to keep 50% of it locked up for the next year. And then I would also want a percentage of it, right, to myself, so we can use that money to spend on, marketing, pay for influencer to, promote, get marketing and promoting our coin, etc. But could you imagine? That's just 10%. 20 people, $50,000 to pop. That's just for holding it. Your bag is yours to keep. I don't touch it. Okay? Now, could you imagine if that wallet gets to 20 million times 10%, $2 million bucks, divided by, let's just say 50 of us, 40 G's. So I just want to give you guys kind of an idea of where I'm heading with this and how big it can get. The sky is truly the limit. We have people in there that are holding 9 millions, 10 millions. And I think this is the best play in the meme coin world. Like, we seriously will make history together with this move. No one has ever done it before. And I think this is why Well is truly for the people, because Doge doesn't do that. Other meme coins don't do this. That's why Well will be here for a long time, and it's here to stay. So once again, if you want to get in, I'll leave the link to my private Discord, and I'll leave the link to my Twitter. For those of you who wants to find out more, I'll leave the link in the descriptions. And the reason why I decided to do this is because, we built this thing together as a community. There's no way that I'll be able to take this coin from a dead coin to where it is today. Jay said, we are late to the game. Jay, let me ask you this question. Okay? When people bought now, I don't want to make this comparison, right? I don't want to make this comparison, but I just want to give you, like, I just make so you understand. People that bought Bitcoin at 20,000, were they late? People that bought Bitcoin at 50,000, were they late? People that bought Bitcoin at 70,000, were they late? You see, bro, late or not, like, nobody can predict the top of the market and no one can predict the bottom of the market. So typically, listen, I am not a crypto expert. I'm not a meme coin expert. What I am is I'm an amateur. Okay. I'm really new to this, but I still learn a lot. I've been in over 20 different rug pull where I got in and they just rug. And this is why I believe that our well coin is so unique and it stands out and it's here to stay and it was here to stay forever. It's because our well coin was built on trust, not on hype. That's why when you see all these coins like Trump or Molina or Libra, all these coins that was being promoted by a bunch of big influencer, and it was all built on hype. There was no community behind it. Yes, it's a gamble. It's a high risk, high reward play. Okay, it is a gamble. Okay, life is a gamble. Okay, so no risk, no reward. The higher the risk, the higher the reward. The people who came in with me when the coin was sitting at $20,000, 20K market cap, guess what? Everybody was scared. And those people who took the risk, I was hella scared. I was like, dude, I don't even know how this thing is going to turn out. And we took the risk, and some of the people still hold it till today because they believe that we can get to the 10 million market cap, the $20 million market cap, the $50 million market cap. You see, my whole thing is when you guys think about meme coin, you think about quick in and out, right? Quick play, quick in and out. But I'm telling you, the in and out only makes you baby money. What really makes you the big fat money is actually the long-term play. Remember the guy who sold Bitcoin for the pizza? Same thing. He because he didn't have the conviction or the belief that Bitcoin was real, that it was here to stay. Because if he would have had the conviction and the belief, he would have never sold it. Same with Doge. When Doge started, everybody said it's a scam, blah, blah, blah. Dude, Doge almost hit $1. I think all-time high, it was like at 78 cents. Same with a lot of the coin. There was another meme coin called Peanuts. And I posted a story on my Twitter. Dude, this is crazy. So the guy who bought this meme coin called Peanuts, it was like something about the squirrel. I don't know exactly. He puts in about $1,300. And then he got scared and then he sold it. And I think he mentioned he lost $600 because obviously it's a meme coin, right? So he was afraid that it won't last. And he's, so he rather, take the 600 back and lose whatever, right? So he'd rather lose 50% than lose everything. But guess what? If he would have held that coin till today, he would have $45 million. $45 million if he would have held it to today. You see, the quick in and out ain't going to make you big money unless it's an insider trade, right? Unless it's an insider trade. And those stories, dude, is like one in a million. But truly, where you make your big money is you find a project and a community that you can trust, and you got to have the faith, the belief, and the conviction to think that this thing is going to go up, right? This thing is going to blow up over time. It's not going to happen within 1 or 2 days, man, but over time. So you got to be willing to play the long-term game, and you just park whatever you can. You see, the whole thing with like, once again, it's a gamble, which means only play with money you can afford to lose. So I'm not giving you any financial advice. I'm not telling you what to buy. I'm not telling you how much to buy. But I'm just sharing with you, if you were to get in, you need to understand that you only play with money that you can afford to lose, and don't jump in and jump out, because the jumping in and jumping out, you're only going to make a few $100. You're only going to make like $1,000, but you're not going to make life-changing money. How you make life-changing money is you got to find a project and a community that are just freshly built, which not a whole lot of people know about. And then you come in, you make the investment in it, right? You take a gamble on it, and then you put some money that you can afford to lose and just freaking let it stay. and just let it sit and just help the community build, promote, build. And over the course of, I mean, I look at this like, you know, I'm looking at this like, where will we be in the next 6 months? We're only 26 days in. Today, we got our website done. Right? Today, we got our website done. We're about to, you know, update on Dex Screener, Dex Tools. For those of you, you know, new, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. But for those of you who understand, then you know what I'm talking about. But do you guys understand what I'm saying? And every single time when you decided to buy a meme coin, here is the question you really need to ask yourself. What you need to ask yourself is, do I believe this will go higher? So if you don't believe it's going to go higher, don't buy it. Because what happened is when you buy and then it's going to take a dip. I don't know about you, but every single time when I buy, it dips. When I cash out, boom, it shoots up. Right? So what you need to understand is, do you believe that it's going to go higher? If you believe it goes higher, then you buy. So even so, which means if it take a dip, you wouldn't be scared. Right? Because you know it's going to go higher. You see, you got to have that belief and that conviction. Without it, dude, you're going to lose money. Right? But if you don't believe it's going to go higher, then don't buy it. Right? Then sit and just wait for the dip. Right? So now for me, that's kind of how I look at when I go into meme coin now. But I'm, you know, so this is my little hobby about like 4 months ago. This all goes down with Trump's coin. And anyways, I got into it and I was learning a lot and I really, really enjoy it. But then I realized that, dude, it's not the short-term play. It's not the in and out, but it's the long-term play that's going to make me some big money. And that's why when I found the whale coin and we built a community around it and we just put promoting and pushing one coin, and dude, it has given me a lot of return. So once again, at all-time high, my wallet, which is already locked up, was sitting at about $500,000. And I believe that it's going to go to that $1, $2, $3, $5, $10 million. And I want to share that profit with you, which nobody have ever done before in the history of meme coin. Nobody has ever done that before, but I'll do it. I want to change the game. Preset Trump's coin is $13 today. Yeah, dude. I think all-time high was around $75 or $77. That was all-time high, right? And once again, Trump was built on hype, and it just crashed, and it's extremely hard for it to bounce back because there was no really community built behind it. Everybody buys in because of the hype. But whale, man, dude, we built this thing, bro. Dude, a lot of us go through some really, really tough times. There were days where we like, damn, dude, I don't even know if this is even worth it. There was a lot of doubts. There was a lot of fears. But we overcome. Together as a community, dude, we overcome. We freaking ride. I think we have ride over 3 major waves. 3 major dips. We took it over. 3 major dips. Okay? We eat it up. And dude, we're now sitting at a solid, I think it's at $1 million market cap. And we've been holding that $1 million market cap, bro, for the last past, I don't know, man, 4 to 5 days. Consistently. 4 to 5 days. Preset $44 was the highest Trump coin price. No, bro. Dude, no, bro. Like, I would bet you $10,000 right now. You know how I know, dude? Because I cash out at all-time high on Trump. $75, bro. Dude, you have no clue, bro. Trump coin was at all-time high, dude. 75 or $77. And then it crashed. Okay? But like I said, that's why I believe that our coin, our whale coin, is so unique and it's different. Like like you cannot compare it to any other meme coin. You cannot. Because every other meme coin was built on hype, not on trust. Our coin was built organically. We went from 10 members in our Discord to now over 900. Our Telegram went from 0 to now over 700 people. My Twitter account is just start blowing up. But anyways, I just want to take this time and I just want to present the opportunity that I do believe that this is a lifetime opportunity for some of you. Not all of you, because not all of you want to gamble. right? But it's an opportunity for some of you who like, Kong, dude, I'm into crypto. I love meme coin. I want to learn more. Let's see how we can do this together. Let's blow this thing up. And I truly believe that if we have a strong enough community, dude, we can seriously blow this thing up. And if we do, then it's not just me, but it's all of us combined. And it only makes sense if I share that profit with you. It only makes sense if I share that profit with you. Okay? So Jay said, what's the CA? You know what, Jay? Here's what I'm going to do, dude. I'm going to take the extra mile, dude. I'm going to post the CA to the Well coin in here. But also to Jay, I think it's best, bro, if you come and join our Discord, dude. Because in there, dude, you can chat with the community. You get to know everyone in there. And just do your research. See if it's worth it. But I'm telling you, dude, once we made the move where, hey, I'm willing to share the profit, and here's how you can get in on the profit, is you need to hold at least 5 million Well coin. The more you hold, the more profit share you will get from it. So imagine if that wallet gets to $10 million and you hold 10 million of Well coin, dude. So here, Jay, I'm going to post it in here for you, bro. Okay? Right there, Jay, in the chat. So that's the CA. All right. And if you have any more question or any concern, once again, I'll leave the link to our Discord, to my Twitter account. You can always go on there and ask. And I think the best place is actually the Discord. Okay. We got some great people in there that you can go in there and ask questions. Okay. For those of you who I got rug pull for 785,000. Are you serious, bro? Damn, dude. Jay, now that you share your pain, dude, I want to share my pain too, bro. So I lost over. So when I got into the whole meme coin, bro, dude, I lost over $50,000. And Jay, I see for me, Jay, I don't mind losing out on I don't mind losing to a fair game. You know what I mean? When I say a fair game, I mean I decided to sell because I panic sell. Because the price drop, I panic sell, I sold, I took a loss. Like, I'm okay with that. You know, it's on me. But I hate rug pull, bro. So for me, that's the thing that I hate and what pisses me off. And I lost over 50 G's in rug. And that's why I believe, when we got into Well, that I know it's not a rug, that it's here to stay, it's not a pump and dump. When I remember, Jay, when I first talked about Well the first day, everybody said, dude, this thing is going to get rug pull the first day. Well, and then they saw me on the third day and we're at like 100K market cap. And they're like, dude, this thing is not going to hit 500K market cap. It's going to be done. We hit 500K market cap. Then the haters, the naysayers, the doubters said the same thing. Oh, yeah, you know what? It'll never hit $1 million market cap. Boom. We hit $1 million market cap. And then they're like, yeah, no, it's done. Then we hit all-time high of 2.3 or $2.6 million market cap. So for me, it's like, eventually over time, you will prove to the doubters, right, that we're here to stay. And the only way to prove that is through time, right? Because I understand trust cannot be earned overnight. It's earned over time. So currently, we're 26 days in, and we're still going strong. I mean, strong. And a lot of people are concerned about, Kong, we need more holders. We need more buyers. Yes, we do need more attention. We do need more buyers, more investors to come in. But honestly, I look at this like, dude, it's not just about the numbers of investor, but the quality, the amount of investor. Like how much they spend, dude. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where I'm at. Okay. Once again, this is not financial advice. Please only play with money you can't afford to lose. It's a gamble. It's a high risk. That's my disclaimer. Okay. But just know that I'm all in on Well. I'm here to stay. I'm not going anywhere. The community is not going anywhere. And I love to share that gigantic piece of pie with you. Okay. It's risk part of the game pull, rug pull, all the worst part. Yeah, rug pull is the absolutely worst, man. Because It's like you play, you trust the people behind it, and then it's like they ruin your trust. And then when it happens so much, that's why meme coin, that's why when you say meme coin, everybody said you are a scammer, because it was known for that, because so many people do that. So for me, it's, dude, I want to change the game. I want people to say that, oh, meme coin, dude, there's still a good project out there. And that project will be us. Okay? Orlando said, I just joined the crypto channel. Thanks for the opportunity, Kong. Orlando, you are welcome. And Orlando, I do believe from the bottom of my heart, dude, that this is a one-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And I believe that no one has ever done this. Nobody cares. They only want to eat alone. So for me, bro, I have already made my money from real estate. That's why you see all these guys rug pull for 10,000, for 20,000. And I look at them, I'd be like, come on, man, shit, bro. That's what I do on a wholesale deal. Like, well, why would you want to ruin your reputation for 10 G's, 20 G's? Listen, there's no amount of money worth losing your reputation for. Because they're kids. They never built a business before. They never built a community before. Like, they don't understand, dude. Short-term play never wins you. Dude, the short-term game never wins. It's always the horror, the road that nobody wants to walk on. You got to build it, you got to grow it, you got to maintain it, and you got to build the trust. If there's no trust, there's no coin. I don't care if it's a Bitcoin, I don't care if it's Ethereum. Every single one of them rely on one thing, my friend: trust. Imagine if you wake up and you heard something on the news and you're like, oh my God, I can't trust Bitcoin anymore. But guess what happened? Tank. But once the people have the trust and the conviction, it's game over. Like, I don't care if it's a meme coin. I don't care if dude, if a coin is built on trust, bro, nobody can take that away. Nobody. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I believe our whale coin is the only one in the meme coin history that is built on trust and is truly for the people. Who do you know that got into a coin at a low market cap, no insider trade, no sending friends, family, influencer coin so they can dump on you? Let me tell you guys this, okay? Here's what happened. Here's what happened when a coin is built on hype. So what happened is this developer, right, before he pushed out the coin, he'll send some to this person, some to this person, some to this person, everybody he knows. Obviously, he gets his friend, family, everybody in on it first. And then he got no capital. So he reached and he has no following. So he reached out to some of these big influencers. He said, hey, I will airdrop you. I'll send you some of these coins. Could you promote it? And obviously, the influencer say, yes, go, baby. Free money. Who doesn't want free money? And what happened is they start to push it out, promote it to you. Us regular dude don't know shit. We buy in. And then these influencers have no skin in the game. And then they dump their bag. And you see, that's how rug pull happens, man. It's not just the developer, but it's everybody that they send the coin to. Right? Like, these influencers don't care about you. They don't care about me. Like, dude, I do not look at myself as an influencer. I'm just a regular dude. And that's why I want to change the game. I want the influencer. I want the big whale to pay premium for our whale coin. That's what I truly want. That's why I'm not rushing to get big influencer to come on and promote. I want the regular dude, the regular people like you and I, get in on it first. Buy it at a low market cap. And then the big influencer and the whale, the people that already have the money, I want them to pay premium. Because you know why? Because they can afford it. We're going to flip it around. We're going to make them hold our bags. Dude, I'm sick and tired of all their bullshit and holding their bags. Who here is tired of holding their bags? But I'm telling you, man, that's the game that they're playing. And I am your boy King Kong. Don't play that bullshit game. Because I do not make my money from meme coin. I make my money from real estate. So for me now, this is an opportunity for me to like, hey, how can I bring all of you come on board and we all actually can make Modi together? And that is why I decided to come out what's called the Elite Whale Holder Club, where if you hold at least 5 million of the whale coin, you get to come on and become an elite. And then that's when you get to come in and get to a share of the pie. Okay. Aaron said at some point you going to sell, leaving people holding the bags. Yes, people can make tons of money, but at the expense of people holding their worthless bag. So Aaron, I can certainly answer your question. The answer to that is correct. At some point, we would have to sell. But when we sell it, right, I will still lock up 50% of that wallet. We're not going to sell all. Lock up 50% of the wallet. We'll sell it, and then the profit share, Aaron, will be shared among the elite holders. And that's why, Aaron, if you follow me, you probably don't. But I post this since the beginning of time when we took over the coin. I said this is a long-term play, not a short-term play. So if you're looking to get in, get out, dude, whale is probably not for you. It's just not a good option for you. It's for those who like want to go in and then want to hold. So if you get in now, you hold it, then the people who gets in later will have to hold your bag. I mean, that's how it works because they came later. So they need to hold your bag for a while until someone else comes in and hold their bags. That's just how it is. That's why the early birds gets the worm. That's why these influencers, they're sending these things to their friends, family first, before to us. And I don't play that game. You know, everybody has a fair chance of it. Who's willing to take the risk for the opportunity, you know? Who's willing to take the risk for the reward? You know? So you come in now and you play the long-term game and someone else discover us in December, well, they're going to end up holding your bag. And maybe they'll hold your bag, our bag from December until maybe March. And then March, someone else find us in April, and then now that person holds that person's bag. It's just a circle, man. But it's truly a long-term play. So if you play long-term, you know, if you get in early and play long-term. And what happened, Aaron, is that, so now if you get into the Elite Whale Holder Club, you got 2 bags that's working for you. You got your baby bag, which is your active bags, that's working for you. But you also have a bag that hold over 145 million whale coin that is also pumping at the same time. So you got your baby bag and you got a massive bag that is pumping at the same time that you get a piece of the pie, that you get a share profit of that. I don't know about you, Aaron, but I don't see anybody in the history of the meme coin world have ever done that. So anyways, and once again, I want all of you guys to understand, like, I'm not here to pressure you, to push you. I'm not that type of person. I just think that this opportunity is so big that I don't want to see some of you miss out on it if this is something that you were seeking for. And I know for a lot of you, it's probably not. I understand that. Like, I'm Asian. I love gambling, right? But I think, dude, for me, I'd rather go this route than the casino. I believe that, dude, this will give me more of a chance to hit a jackpot than it is going to a casino. Okay? Just my personal opinion. Okay? So once again, I'll leave the link to my Discord and to my Twitter account in the descriptions. I'm sorry. I look forward to seeing you in Discord or on Twitter. And I appreciate each and every single one of you that's listening. And for some of you, if you are ready to take on the opportunities, I look forward to seeing you in there. And let's go get this money together. This is truly getting the money together. Until next time, you guys, take care. And let's go get this money. I'm out.